It's the ML Sports Platter, brought to you by Burn Dairy, Stanley Law Offices, and Welch and Company Jewelers. I brought on a couple of friends of the program, two people I respect a great deal from Grassroots Baseball, Jeff Idelson, the former president of the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, and Gene Fruth. Hey, we're back. It's September, and I wanted to have you on video audio for even bigger news with Grassroots Baseball. Thank you both for coming on. It's really a treat when I talk to you both.
I'm so excited to have a chance to do this again with you. Thanks for inviting us.
Always fun, Mike.
So everywhere I turn, MLB Network. Oh wait, hey, there's Gene Fruth. I flip on the next channel, I see Jeff Idelson, and then Gene. You guys are everywhere, every broadcast and all the rest. And I guess I just want to start with, hey, World Series, couple of games, no big deal, huh, Gene? You want to lead into that, right? You got the documentary and the books, everything's kind of coming together, but highlighted during the Fall Classic, the biggest event in baseball, right?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I'm actually at the printer right now printing the book. So it's kind of crazy. And it's like in between press checks. So we just did a color check on like a whole sheet. And now I'm doing this with you. And then we'll run back and do the next one. So everything's coming together in this crazy way. But we couldn't be more grateful and more excited that this film is going to be shown when all eyes are on baseball. And it's such a tribute to the women, in this film and women in baseball in general. So it really just speaks volumes, that MLB has taken this on and wants to show this film between games 2 and 3. And it's just an exciting time for women in baseball and an exciting time for women in sports.
Yeah, Jeff, I saw you at the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown quickly. I interrupted a conversation with you and Jason Stark, so sorry about that. But I'm sure that Jason was not he didn't mind because I didn't ask him for an interview this year. But since you and I saw each other, and even before that, when I had you both on the show, I think it's even gone up a level, right? So can you kind of take me through the timeline of some more of the boosts here for this awesome celebration of women in baseball and some of the stories that have taken place and some things that have kind of skyrocketed, this even more to the point we're at here in mid-September already.
Well, Mike, it was great seeing you in Cooperstown for induction. Always is good seeing you in Cooperstown. And we continue to be in the final stages of editing the film, going to air on the MLB Network between games 2 and 3 of the World Series in October, which is incredible. It's a gorgeous film. It really tells the story and shines a light on the women's game and the girls' game around the globe. Really shows us where the game is strongest and where it has a chance to grow. Probably the biggest news in the last few weeks, and Gene, please jump in on this, is that we amazingly have added Billie Jean King has come on as executive producer of our film, See Her, Be Her. And when you talk about legends in sports, legends in life, and the pursuit of gender equality, there's no one there's no one above her or at the top of the mountain than Billie Jean King. And she is someone who has had a love affair. Her first love was with baseball. And when Gene and I had a chance to meet with her, I don't know, Gene, did it take her just a couple seconds to say yes?
Yeah, it was. It's just, it's all about gender equality, and it's all about, it's not about, of course, her amazing success in tennis, but I think, her greatest achievement is what she's doing for women in all sports and how she fights, for women in all sports. And what she said, I think one of the most moving things that she said to us is that everybody should have an opportunity to dream. And it's see her, be her, right? I can't dream about it if I don't see it. And so, and that's what it's about. It's giving these women visibility, and that's our hope, right? Our hope is that See Her, Be Her not only empowers women to achieve greatness, but for someone to realize that if they see her, they can also dream one day to be her.
No doubt, and you can catch the trailer for the documentary on Grassroots Baseball at the website there, grassrootsbaseball.org, and pre-order the book as well. And we're joined here by Gene Fruth and Jeff Idelson, two friends of the ML Sports Platter, brought to you by Stanley Law Offices and Burn Dairy. And, I got to thinking about the days leading up to this interview, and my daughter's 4.5, almost 5. And I'm sure both of you see all the crazy pictures and videos we take together. And she's just going to take over the show at this point. But, and the ratings would go up. But
and we should have her on.
Oh, yeah. No, she's been on. It's just a matter of once she's going to fully get, the vocabulary down. Yeah. I mean, she'll be a superstar. But if someone maybe 4.5, almost 5 is too young, 6, 7, I don't know. But if a young girl, Gene, were to walk up to you at 7 or 8 and say, "Oh, I saw the documentary, I read the book with my parents, and I want to be a baseball player. I want to do this. I want this to be my life. I want this to be my timeline." What do you say?
I say, let's give everything we can to that little girl to support her dream. And I hope everybody around her, when she sees a baseball player or she sees a woman umpire on the field and she says, "I want to do that," my hope is that her parents support her, that there's a community that supports her, that there's a platform for her to live out that dream or to work on it, or to at least, and it's not about getting to the highest level. It's if she just wants to play baseball, that there's a place for her to play baseball and to be able to have that dream, just like any little boy who wants to play baseball, whether he's good or bad or great at baseball. If his baseball career ends at 12 years old, but he enjoyed Little League, then the dream is fulfilled.
Jeff, are you? I mean, you were at the Hall of Fame forever, and you've been in the game with teams, and you've been in the biggest markets, and you've seen everything at this point. Grassroots started, and now here we are. I mean, is there a part of you that kind of wakes up every day and says, "Wow," to this Grassroots thing? I mean, is this even more than you thought?
A part of me, the whole of me, wakes up every morning and says that. That's amazing. I mean, Mike, I really enjoyed when Jean asked me to start to help her co-found Grassroots Baseball 5 years ago. But never in my wildest dreams did I think we'd take this journey with girls and women in baseball. And the Route 66 project we did was phenomenal, and that was really incredible. But
yeah.
And I didn't know that we could really do anything bigger. But this blows the lid off of everything. It's there's an entire nation of girls and women that are looking for an opportunity. And softball is a great sport, nothing against it. And Title IX sort of pushed girls into that direction and women into that direction. But there's a lot of girls and women who want to play baseball, and to be able to play a small part in helping us elevate that game and elevate what hopefully will become more opportunities is incredibly enriching.
Gene, one of the things at Cooperstown that's amazing, and Jeff, you and I have talked about this so many times. My favorite weekend of the year is obviously the Hall of Fame induction. And I go down, and it's the same drive down, and it's the beauty and the lake and the sun, and you get into the village, and you just kind of, takes your breath away a little bit. And it's still, I don't take any of it for granted. And you get to the sports center, and the stage is there. And they all come out. I mean, obviously the superstar at the end was, Jeff coming out, leading the way, obviously was the highest superstar of all of them. Yeah. But the stage is there. And I know that Willie and Hank aren't there anymore. And I know that a lot of legends we've lost, right? Like a lot of recent guys, and Tom Seaver and Brooks Robinson, and you can go on, and Whitey's not there anymore. But there's the newer guys, Jeter and Ripken, and they come out, and Griffey, and like a lot of my guys, a lot of the 80s. And I'm kind of getting old now too, guys, but they're all there, and they're all Hall of Famers, and they're on the big stage. And I sit there still, and I'm just like, this is insane. And I know that a lot of people cover Hall of Fame inductions and feel the same way. To see all of these Hall of Famers in one spot, it just is a baseball time machine. And you just stop and look and go, I am so lucky. So when will we get to the day, Gene, you're smiling because I think you know where I'm going with this. When are we going to go to a stage and have that stage be all women baseball players? Can you see that?
I see women adding to it. I see, not taking away, not all women, but why not, including women, however it happens,
Right. Even if
whatever.
it's their own stage, or their own.
Maybe they get their own stage, but it's a friend of mine who does work in baseball. And she said, we're not looking for perfection. We're looking for progress. And I just think that's so cool. And it's so true. And I, seeing those legends on the stage, I get that same feeling too. You get the chills and like, Hank Aaron's not there anymore. And like, you're so grateful that you had a chance to see him walk on that stage. I mean, and, and Jeff, the relationship and friendship he had. And we are grateful for all those moments because not many get to have them. So I, just cherish all of that. And what I think is, we're really lucky to be doing this project. We're taking our art, whether it be books or film, and our cameras, and my Sony camera can shoot a World Series, and that's really cool and invigorating and exciting. But be able to point that camera towards making, a difference, for having a purpose, having our art make a difference, inspire change, to me is better than any World Series. And when I think about women taking the stage or women taking a part, I think it's also for the enjoyment of all. Everybody's trying to grow the game. We want to see the game grow. We want to see, more kids play Little League. We want to see audience grow. It's sad, right? When there's not when Oakland Coliseum is empty and there's no fans. Like, oh, how do we fix that? How do we make it better? So if adding the women's game and investing in the women's game grows the game, grows the fan base, grows the players, it just adds to the enjoyment of it. Don't take away anything from the men. We want all of that there, and we want more. Let's spread the love, and let's add the other 50% of the population to it, and even have some more fun. Let's go to an all women's game and see what that looks like and have a good time. So it's just adding to this love of the game. There's a lot of seriousness in life and in the world, and a lot of things that divide us. And to me, baseball always brings us together. So more of it, and bringing in, a new form of the game, or women in the game, or add girls to boys baseball. Like, why not?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Grassrootsbaseball.org. See her, be her, of course. Games 2 and 3 of the World Series. Catch that and pre-order the book online as well. Another minute or so that I have left with you both, and I love chatting with you, of course. I'll just give you the floor. Jeff, if you want to start maybe with 30 to 45 seconds, and Gene, you can wrap up just on anything Grassroots that you want to hit. You want to hit the social platforms. You want to hit the future. You want to talk about the vacation you're taking after you get this project done. That 60-day cruise along the Mediterranean. Do whatever you want. Talk about Grassroots.
Have you and Jeff been talking on the side? I think you got you're up to something.
Actually, when he's done, he has to take me to leather stocking for a round. That's what I was told.
You're in.
That's what I was told.
You're in. Mike, no, we have so many great things going on with Grassroots Baseball, and following us on social and seeing what we're doing. We just announced Billie Jean King joining us as executive producer. And as example, Grassroots Baseball on Instagram, Grassroots Baseball on Facebook, Grassroots BB on Twitter. Check us out. We have a lot going on. And as you said, seeherbeher.com is where you can see the trailer. You want to see the trailer for the film, but you really want to see the film between games 2 and 3 of the World Series on the MLB Network.
Perfect. Gene?
I can't wait for you to see these women play baseball in this film. You especially, with your knowledge and your everything that you have. I just can't wait for you to see these women in action. I think it's going to be pretty exciting.
I'm pumped up. Jeff Idelson, Gene Fruth, Grassroots Baseball, See Her, Be Her. Amazing. And I hear the phone pinging in the background. Maybe that's Billie Jean King texting Jeff. I want to come on the ML Sports Platter.
We'll ask.
Hey, I'm always trying. You know me, I'm a hustler. I always got to ask the question. Thank you so much, seriously, for coming on. And I'm going to keep pushing this thing. You guys know that. Take care.
Oh, you are awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Michael.